Greetings everyone and welcome to this Age of Empires of full Ottomans and Malian civilization commentary video with me, Kemzit. Now guys, there are a few things we shall be chattering about, so please lend me your ear and lean back, lay down, grab something to eat and drink, as I shall be chattering through, and use your time efficiently, let's say that. But there's definitely some of those civilization stuff that I'm going to be talking about. But before that, I want to read through a few things over here and inform you guys, because it's really important that I do, in hopes that you guys will take your opportunity to go for some free stuff. Because if I were in your shoes, I would definitely go for it. But again, I have the game already. But I'm spoiling too much. Some of you might already see a few tabs over here which might hint to something, but I'm not going to spoil anything yet. But I want to definitely talk about those stuff as well, and hopefully that the Age of Empires developers will hear me out in hopes that they shall change a few things before it's going to be released, because I find it really inaccurate, let's say that. But anyway, it's a new day and new age. This game's called 2022, and we're excited to provide a comprehensive overview here. Below we'll catch you up on the latest Age of Empires 4 news, including a quick introduction to the new civilization arriving later this year, and some opportunities to spend your time with the game over the next week for free. Meaning, guys, if you're not present in the Discord server of Age of Empires 4, I would definitely encourage you to go there, because it's even announced that from today 25th, or was it also 23rd, I'm not sure, but you can play the game till the 29th of this month, August basically, and you can enjoy Age of Empires 4 for, indeed, you heard it correctly, for free. So if you didn't have enough gold and you didn't have enough villagers working for you to buy the game, then you can obviously try it out now for free. No villagers needed to work harder for you. Maybe in the game, but that's a different case. But anyway, that's, as I mentioned, you can play the game for free and you can have some fun. So definitely go for it, because I personally have the game already. You should try it out right now, and if you enjoy it, definitely go buy it, because of some reasons, which I'll get to soon. And definitely it is due to a festive occasion going on right now. But anyway, some of you may have spotted mention of a certain anniversary that's coming up, and what can we say? We're declaring it here. 2022 is the year of age. Not only is Age of Empires 4 turning 1 in October, but the same month marks 25 years of the franchise as well. We think turning a quarter of a century years old is cause for a celebration, a festive occasion, definitely. And we're inviting you all to join us in October. You already know about Red Wallaloo Legacy Tournament taking place that same week. And we'll even more plans to share with you soon. So keep a close eye on Age channels, meaning the Age of Empires website, and I think also definitely the Discord server. So I highly encourage you guys to go there. It's not just for Age of Empires 4 plays, 3, 2, 1, or even Age of Mythology. It's for everyone, so you can join it, have some chatter there, meet some people, play some games together, and socialize, interact, because that's what our parents tell us to do every day, bother us with it. But here's your chance, just go for it. You can show your parents as well and be like, hey, I am socializing, interacting, with people. But anyway, yeah, I'm still keen to see and curious, what do they mean they have to share with us more soon? I'm still curious about it, but whatever. You can also check this video out. I highly encourage you. It is nicely set up and great and even informative as well, but I'm not going to check it because I've already done it multiple times and I don't want to have some trouble. But anyway, if you missed our segment during Gamescom 2022 opening night live, then you'll be excited to learn that new civilizations are coming to Age of Empires 4 in an anniversary update in October. While you need to own the base game to play, the update and its content are completely free starting October 25th. We invite you to once again make history your story and play the newest civs, the Ottomans and Malians. lead the mighty Malians on West Africa as one of the richest trading nations of all time, as they focus on a strong economic prowess in mining and investing in gold, or assemble one of the large and lasting empires in history with the Ottoman civilization and its well-trained military force, which features the largest gunpowder siege weapon available, the Great Bombard. Alongside these two civilizations, the free anniversary update will also include new maps, achievements, and masteries, alongside the content announced for Season 3 in our June 2022 roadmap. Make sure you've got to October 25th marked in your calendar. It's going to be a great day for Age of Empires 4 players, no doubt. But I'm gonna actually go back, because we can check actually the Ottomans and Malian civilization over here, and it's gonna definitely be fun to check them out as well and see what they can offer us so far. There's definitely also something I want to mention as well, that if you're gonna need to work on October 25th, try to get yourself some free time off from it so you can enjoy this game as soon as possible. But anyway, the Ottomans, that's the first civilization we shall be checking out right now. And it's also fun, they've actually added here, and that's nice to see. The Ottoman civilization benefits strongly their military prowess, the imperial council system, as well as their unique military school system. In Age of Empires 4, the civilization of the Ottomans spans the years from the pre-imperial Ottoman Empire period in the 11th century CE to the midst of 16th century CE. Originating in Anatolia, the Ottomans rose to become one of the longest-lasting empires in history, with its effective and stable government supported by famously well-trained and regimental military. And that's definitely true. And I definitely enjoy that they have basically mentioned their golden times for the Ottomans, because these centuries and times were one of the golden eras in my opinion, and of course many others as well. But anyway, playing the Ottomans in Age of Empires 4, the Ottoman civilization is heavily dependent on their military expertise, gaining the upper hand in battle with production bonuses and largest gunpowder siege weapons available. The Ottomans can appoint powerful viziers to the Imperial Council, which give them access to 9 unique technologies. Each vizier is earned over time by increasing production, and strategic decisions must be made when choosing which technology to unlock. So, here are some questions which I want to give out and wonder about. Like, are these 9 unique technologies, like, do we have to choose one of them and then the others are not unlocked, or whatever? And each vizier, are we going to get some different viziers, such as these within these centuries of the 11th and 16th, basically? Like, are they going to name some important families, such as the Suklovich family, or the Kurpil family, or Jandarli family, or whatever? Because those are some worth mentions of the Balkan city-states, because there have been some quite influential families, such as the within the Bosnian and the Albanian, including even some Greek influential families present within the Ottoman Empire. And it's definitely worth mentioning. Maybe they will choose some viziers from those times. I'm not sure. We shall see about that. Yeah, that's definitely worth it. Maybe they will do it. Maybe they won't. I will see. But I also wonder, these strategic decisions must be made when choosing which technologies to unlock. Because again, this is why I'm asking, does that mean that we cannot research 9 unique technologies and we have to make them wisely, or is it basically throughout time? I'm not sure. We shall see, I guess. Their unique military school system changes how military units are produced and even allows certain military units to be produced without cost. This unique system allows the Ottomans to have a large army than it's typically amongst the other civilizations, which is basically amazing. This definitely gives some reminder of the Dervishan system. And I really wonder if we can only make one military school, or can we make more, and how much the timing will be, especially with which units we can choose, obviously. But anyway, the Great Bombard is the most dominant siege weapon available across the many civilizations, making easy work of enemy walls, and keeps with its nearly 1,000 pound splash damage causing projectile. That's very overpowered in my opinion, but definitely easy to destroy any building, even units. But I think it's gonna be fixed maybe. While damage on units, I don't know, we shall see. While powerful, it is more likely than other siege units to be destroyed if not properly defended, inflicting a heavy economic loss. So I guess it will be a very expensive siege weapon too. Matter, well, that's definitely a unit which we have not seen in many RTS games in my opinion, but it's definitely something I'm very pleased to see, because the Ottoman Empire had some Matter regiments, which are basically some musical regiments for those who don't know, and they used to encourage to fight harder, or honorably, or retreat or so. Like, they had some kind of instrumental folks playing some music, not just only drums, even though that they only portray some drums in here and they sang songs as well, obviously, to encourage people to as you can see obviously here, which is quite accurate as well in my opinion, and very pleasing to see, and fun as well for us to play. Like, nice mechanic really. The Matter is a unique horseback war drummer unit that provides an aura buff to units around it. This buff can be attack speed, melee armor, or ranged armor, while only one buff may be applied at a time. It is possible to switch between them after a short cooldown. And definitely attack speed then. Spahi. The Spahi is a fearless light raider. Oh my god. Light Raider Horseman unit who charges into battle with vigor. Their fortitude ability, when activated, causes increased attack strength for a short period of time at the cost of receiving increased damage from melee attacks. Now, this here, again, you heard me very displeased when they called it a Light Raider Horseman. Please, I beg, I truly hope that the developers hear me, or anyone who's influential and able to, get to the ears of the developers, that they please fix this, because the Spahi are not Light Raider Horsemen, especially throughout history, because everything here is just historically accurate and nice. Even the game is quite historically accurate, but the Light Raider Horseman is not the Spahi. They are called Akunja. And through here we can see them and read it. I would highly encourage people to just check it out as well, because they are the one who are the hot like cavalry. Even in Age of Empires 4, like, come on guys, you are developers and you know it. You even mentioned that the Spahi is a melee heavy cavalry in Age of Empires 4, which we could have sent from our home city, only sadly not train it, but they were very overpowered as well. Like, imagine if you could train them, you could definitely screw up the French knights, obviously. And you can obviously see it over here as well. Like, there were these chainmail plate armor, and they are very strong as well, and heavy. We can also read it through here as well, that the standard equipment of Rumeli Spahis are classic Ottoman pair, consisted of a round shield lance, sword javelins, and plated armor. This is not something a Light Raider cavalry would wear. Like, that's not accurate. It's not. Even though I want to mention, when we look at that, they have like some kind of eagle feathers, which is funny, and it reminds me of the Delhi regiment, which is consisting out in the Akanji regiment, because they were very different though, because as you can see, it's also written in Wikipedia, there is a distinction made between Akanji and Delhi cavalry, so it definitely gives me some kind of reminder of them as well, but this is just not it. I guess maybe they wanted to give some hint of some different cavalry type, or give a mixture of this, but I don't agree with this. It would really require to make them heavy cavalry instead of light, and if they want to make a light cavalry, go for the Akunju or Delhi cavalry instead. But anyway, let's just continue on, because there's still some stuff to go through. From age 1, the Ottomans are able to construct a military school as civilization unique structure. Military schools produce units for free, but at a much slower rate than normal. You can select which type of barracks, stables, or archery range units to produce. Their military school will continually produce them over time. So we can construct this from age 1, but again, I wonder how much it will cost, because obviously this sounds quite overpowering, and we can definitely make very strong units, and quite quickly as well, because if we can only make one, okay, it's debatable, but if we can make more, it can be very powerful, and we can easily rush people. But again, it does lead to one strong military prowess civilization, no doubt. Let's just move on then on age 2. In age 2, the Ottomans accelerate their economy by choosing a landmark which either helps to increase food or gold production. The Ottomans can start producing the Spahi unit and the Mehter unit, providing early military prowess to help the Ottomans' power through to later ages, which is quite nice. And this definitely reminds me of the big bazaar kind of thing inside Istanbul, I think. Maybe it's going to be one of those. I'm not sure. Could be possible. But it's definitely a bazaar, I think. I don't know which one, but we shall see. Age of Empires 3. The Ottomans can start producing siege weapons through the Tophane army landmark. Tophane basically means industrial siege workshop, basically, something like that, I think, if I'm right, or help expand their empire with strategic options from their imperial council system. The unique Janissary unit, the Ottoman civilization specific hand cannon, also becomes available. This makes me also wonder, are they also going to be able to go in melee mode or not, which will be quite nice as well, because that's what I'm questioning, because Malians have a unit that can swap from range to melee as well, so hopefully they will implant it to the Janissary as well, because the Janissary have been the core of the Ottoman Empire for quite some time, as they have been both melee and ranged as well. But again, that leads to different regiments too, and divisions as well, but that's a long story to go through, which I'm not going to go. But I really hope they will implant them to swap it, and if they will, I wonder how they're going to do it, because it's certainly difficult mechanical wise, but it will be really lovely for them to execute it there. But then again, this is a proper look of a Spahi cavalry in my opinion, and this is a proper look of a Akunja or even a Delhi cavalry. And Delhi means basically in Turkey, if I'm right, crazy or mad horseman, but so far I know there's also some foot soldiers in their regiments that existed at that time as well. If I'm right, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. In age 4, the Ottomans are in full production to fuel their military force, and their landmark choices the player has either increased unit production speed or faster traders, with even more resources at their disposal. To the Ottoman army can dominate the field and flatten enemy towns with the great siege engine of its time, the Great Bombard. Makes me wonder what kind of landmark they can offer us for age 4 and etc. here, even in age 3, because we've not been shown too much, but I wonder what they will do. But this is the Ottomans so far, so let's just return over here. Oh wait, why do I return? I'm a bit silly today. Anyway, Malians, let's just then go ahead with the Malians, because this is a really interesting civilization choice they made to release, because again we have so many people saying like, why did they not add this relation, why not that one? But I guess they will add them in the future, as I'm again sure there's reasons why they wanted to add Ottomans and Malians first instead of any other nation. But again, we shall see, who knows, in the future. The Malians focus on strong economic play, making gold and spending gold, and prefer strategic hit-and-run tactics with their unique infantry units instead of prolonged military battles. In Age of Empires 4, the civilization of the Malians spanned the years from the pre-imperial Malian Empire period in 11th century CE to the early 16th century CE. Uniting from a collection of independent kingdoms, the Malian civilization coalesced into one of the most influential West African empires in history, as well as one of the richest trading nations of all time. Okay, interesting. Playing the Malians in Age of 4, the civilization of the Malians leveraged their influence and their economic prowess to empower their civilization on the road to victory. They're able to construct pit mines on top of gold deposits to automatically generate a steady stream of gold over time and can invest their gold back into their unique cattle food source. I'm gonna actually continue reading. Through their military units, the Malians skew towards their looking for gameplay that focus on ambush or hit and run style combat, avoiding lengthy battles whenever possible because of their lack of heavy armor, meaning that the Malians have quite a few, how should I say, not emotional, but sensitive units, I guess, basically. Lack of heavy armor, basically. But I think they can still do some pack of punch for sure, for certain, that's no doubt. But I have some questions, but I want to also say it is truly some lovely architecture and some looks they are definitely adding with these two civilizations. Like, look at this, and even look back at the Ottomans. Like, just look at it. Just look at these architecture stuff that they have been adding. Just look at it. Really wonderful. But anyway, let's return to the Malians, because I have some questions which I'm wondering as well, because of the pit mines on top of the gold deposit that automatically generates a steady stream of gold over time. Because how much is going to be it, and is it going to be worth it to place those pits or instead of villages, and are we going to be able to place still, use villages to get a gold or not? That's what I'm wondering. And how are we going to be investing into those cattle food source as well, because this sounds actually quite nice and gives you also some chance to actually produce some more food as well, and that sounds quite actually great. But again, I do wonder how they're going to balance that out as well, really, especially with those pit mines. But let's just go ahead forward then. The Musafadi Warrior, that's one of the unique units and clans we're gonna see, is a female warrior who excels at ambush and stealth tactics. Their low health and armor are offset by their high speed and damage, supporting their hit and run ambush style of combat. Javelin Thrower. The Javelin Thrower is a skilled skirmisher that replaces the crossbowman for the Malians. As an excellent counter to ranged units, they deal bonus damage and have additional range when compared to Archer. That's actually quite nice, and definitely some counter units against some archers as well, which is quite effective in my opinion. But this is the unit which I've also been talking about, so let's just read it first. Donso. The Donso is an anti-cavalry hunter warrior of the Malians, charging into battle with their spear and shield. They're also equipped with javelin, which enable ranged combat and is automatically thrown at their target when not in melee combat, which means that they can swap to melee and range. This is what I mean as well. I hope that they're gonna equip this mechanic to the Janissaries as well, giving them like a scimitar and a sword, a shield or an axe, to fight with inside a battle, and use muskets from a range, which will be nice. It will be also nice to see that also with the units from Russian have got their hand cannons as well, the Streltsy, which will be nice to see. But I hope they can also execute this mechanic, because it's not a mechanic that we were able to do, even though in Age of Empires 2 one of the Indian civilization has that Cherokee guy which could swap from melee to range as well. So that's why I think the Donso would have that option to their bottom, maybe, I don't know. Maybe they're just gonna do it automatically, but if it's gonna be automatic, it could cause some problems with the mechanic, because the AI can have no brains at times. But anyway, we shall see. In Age 1, the Malians see a boost to their early economic and research thanks to the open pit mines, using their early gold generate to their advantage. They're able to afford more tech earlier than other civilizations. The Donso, a powerful unique unit, can help fend off early threats the Malians might face as they explore their unknown. Meaning that their Donso unit, just this one, can be recruited in Age 1, and that they will have some early economic boosts with some researchers. And again, I wonder how they're gonna balance it out, because again, it might cost something or it might be free. I don't know, we shall see. But again, open pit mines, I truly wonder how they're gonna balance that out as well, because is it worth it to have that instead of some villages gathering gold or not? That's something I would like to see. Agents in Age 2. In Age 2, the Malians can expand their trade routes with new toll outposts, which generate additional gold from passing caravans. The Musafati warrior becomes available, giving the Malians a new avenue for early raiding on opponents while expanding their empire. This makes me wonder how this is gonna be worked out and how much range they're gonna get. Like, is like through each caravan that passes through, we're gonna get like what, 10 gold or something? We shall see, I wonder. But yeah, Musafati Warrior will be available in Age 2 as well, which is nice. In Age 3, using the accelerate resources, it can start producing units and mass via their Golden Barracks landmark, which is this basically, which seems quite epic, giving timely reinforcements to expand their hit and run rating and ambushes. Timely, does that mean they're gonna have some times or something? Like, are they gonna disappear or something? I don't know. But it's going to be definitely good. And reinforcements, which sounds multiple, so we're basically going to get what, banner armies like they have in Age of Empires 3 with their Chinese units as well. I don't know, we shall see. Hit and run and ambushes, expand their technologies for the Surfer Horsemen, Archers, and Donso means even more tools to put pressure on their opponents. For Archers, their unique upgrade, Poison Arrows, becomes available, causing arrows to inflict additional damage over time, which we have in Age of Empires 3 as well, which one of the Archers, I think it was the Incarnation or Aztecs, I don't remember entirely. But Age of Empires in Age 4, the Malians can start creating global buffs through their Griot Bara landmark, which is also nice, giving the player different options to increase their economy, additional power to add to their siege attacks, or increase their military production to further hit their opponents from all directions. The Musafati gunner also joins the fray, giving the Malians another deadly force, making use of stealth. Though their own unique ability, they're able to activate stealth for a short period of time, even outside of stealth forests, which is really interesting and very strong. And again, it makes me wonder if there's going to be some other landmarks apart from the Griot Bari, as I'm certain, but I wonder which ones they're going to add, and also the Golden Barracks, and which ones they will give as well apart from this toll outpost. I'm not sure if it's going to be landmark or just a regular building. We shall have to see. And yeah, I wonder if it's going to be a landmark, what other ones they're going to offer in Age 2 as well. But anyway, this concludes our video, and of course my commentary about the two civilizations, which are truly epic again, and certainly we can talk about why they could have added some other civilizations or not. Maybe they're going to add them future, but again, I personally wonder which ones they're going to add next time. But I highly request once more, and even plead to it, that they change the Spahi cavalry, that they're not light raider horsemen, but instead heavy cavalry, as they've mentioned here. And instead, if they want to make a light cavalry detachment, go for the light cavalry, because they are not full with a heavy army, as it says also here. They could easily outrun heavy cavalry because they were light armed and their horses were bred for speed and opposed strength, which is, you know, accurate, especially with this. You can see this, it's very heavy armor, plated armor even, so I wouldn't call this heavy cavalry. But anyway, this is it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and of course this informative video as well. If you did, feel free to subscribe to my channel if you're new and wish to support it, of course. Do you want to recommend something or record a game together? That's possible as well. Just write down comments box below, or join my Discord server so we can have a chit chat about it. Till then, I shall see you guys in my next video, where we shall continue on with our adventures. And as I've mentioned before, do take your chances to play Age of Empires 4, as it's free right now for some period of time. And if you've enjoyed, highly encourage you to buy it and play it together with your friends or even me. But yeah, with that said, I shall see you guys later.